Yeah, are we good to go?
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome once again to another interactive section hosted by Genius Investors. Of course, we are here to talk about a very, very wonderful ecosystem in which the research masterminds have dedicated their time, studied it, and have recommended it to friends and family. So you're not aware of what is on now is the Sapphire Zenith ecosystem. So it's expected that those of us who are here are already investors with the ecosystem and we want to know a lot more about how we can benefit from team building with Sapphire. Why am I saying this? It's because, of course, being an investor with Sapphire makes a lot of sense. You would have made the right decision, but there's a lot more on the table for those who expanded this business for Sapphire. And you want to definitely stay on this presentation so that I can know how it can benefit you. Taking this presentation this evening is a gentleman who has built a team and is currently a ranking diamond member with Sapphire. He's had over 12 years experience in investing and definitely knows how to get you to that level or what, building teams and benefiting from it. You will want to stay with him during this presentation, have your full concentration, and generally want to ask your questions at the end. It's important your screenshot application is open or the chat box is available for you to type your questions as it comes to you. But it's something you don't want to miss out. Team building is big, it's huge, and it pays a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, join me this evening as we welcome the lead Genius Investors Masterminds, Coach Lorenzo. Coach?
Yes. Welcome, guys. And we're going to be taking how to benefit from the huge and generous compensation plan if you decide to build team. So today's session is for team builders. What are the benefits? Or people who are looking to change career, or people who, for one reason or the other, are caught in between. They want to start all over again, and what have you. Or those who just want to develop the confidence to now start referring this business to their friends, as it were. So what are the benefits? That's what we want to look at today. But first and foremost, this opportunity is given to us by Safir. Genius Investors, we just found a very beautiful bride in Safir. So Safir Group International already has about 600,000 community members as we speak, and has already given out in benefits over 200 million euro as we speak, with head office in Dubai on the 147th floor of Burj Khalifa. Burj Khalifa being the tallest building in the world. The activities of Sapphire and its partners. Sapphire is partnering with technology giants like Zenith, blockchain company, and Ramzik, a tokenization partner, amongst other partners, with which is disrupting different industries, currently over 9 industries, on the globe. And so the activities of Sapphire has already also been audited by this organization. If you see where my cursor is, it's a German firm, a consumer protection firm, who on their own audited the activities of Sapphire and its major partners and found them to be healthy for us to invest with. So why are we doing this? We're living in a time where there are a lot of projects that are not going anywhere, projects that don't even have license to operate, projects that are just starting out or trying to survive. Here we have the opportunity of having an established project supported by the laws of the UAE, blockchain law of the UAE, supported by a standalone virtual assets regulatory authority with headquarters at World Trade Center in Dubai, and then supported indirectly by a member of the royal family, Anna Maktoum, and recently directly supported by the Dubai Lands Department in the building of the Desert Pearl, the 5th iconic project for the government of Dubai. So all this good news is because Sapphire has paid its dues. So you are opportune to partner with a company that is designed and has decided to be number one. Among all companies in the world, this is number one selling tokenized ownership of companies whose products and services are being tokenized on the Zenith decentralized blockchain. What is the value of tokenization? According to World Economic Forum, in their blockchain report 2018 and repeated in blockchain report 2021, they put the value of assets that are to be tokenized in the world at over 800 trillion in value. 800 trillion United States dollars in value. And so if you hear that a company is #1 tokenization company in the world, you should know that we are leading that unwrapping of the 800 trillion as predicted by World Economic Forum. So there's a proverb in Africa that if you decided to eat frog, why not eat a big one? So if you decided to do business at all, why not look for a business that is legal and credible, supported by government, has its own regulatory authority, and #1 in its field of endeavor? You think about that. So that's the reason we're showing you tonight how the benefits of building team with Safir works. How can you unwrap it? What are the compensation? What additional advantage, even though you're already an investor, what additional advantage do you have if you decide to build team? So if that's you better pay attention, because this promises to be very rich and brief. So I told you about 9 industries we're disrupting already. So these are the partners Safir is using to disrupt those 9 industries. The first one is disrupting the blockchain through Zenix. Zenix has a speed of up to 50,000 transactions per second. Only few blockchain companies can boast of that. It has its own smart chain, has its own wallet, has its own decentralized exchange, has its own staking, has its own debit card, and what have you. The Zenix decentralized exchange has 11 features, 11 in one. The idea is if you're with Zenix and Safir, you don't need to leave for another business or another company or another website. It's a one-stop shop. So that's disrupting the blockchain business. Then number 2 is Avinok. What Uber did to taxi is what this company called Avinok is doing to aviation. So watch out for it. This company has its own app called VU. You can see VU here. So VU is like the Uber or the boats of aviation owned by Avinok. So the both companies are on our blockchain, doing business. Why do they have to come to our blockchain? It's easy to do business on the blockchain than doing it outside the blockchain. It's easy to get investors via the blockchain because of trust, and it doesn't allow middlemen business. And so if you want to survive today against your competitors, it is smarter to be on the blockchain than elsewhere. Every other company you're seeing that is not yet on the blockchain, they're on their way there. So we are early adopters. And fortune favors the bold and early adopters. Then the next company we're using to disrupt industries is Regardless for the movie industry. This is the first tokenized movie in the whole of the Middle East. It's on our blockchain, and you can buy into co-ownership. I repeat, you can always buy into co-ownership. Then Tupan is the company we're using to disrupt carbon credit business, whereby those who disrupt the environment, who exude excess gases like carbon dioxide and dangerous gases, are by law and regulation by United Nations, mandated to buy carbon credits. So this is the first company that is minting carbon credits by blockchain, using the blockchain to audit that process. The carbon credit is minted from the activities done on the Amazon forest, and the company is Tupan. Please, as I'm mentioning all these companies, do yourself a favor. You'll see the website of the companies so that you can go and check them out if you have not already done that. Then CD is the first real estate company that is tokenized out of Austria. Austria is a country in Europe. That's it there, and they're on our blockchain. Remember, all these companies, you can buy into the co-ownership of them from your Safir shop, your backend. Then T-Drone, the first drone in the world, that has capacity to carry between 400 kg and 800 kg worth of cargo. Vertical landing, vertical takeoff, the first of its kind, with patent owned by the Tupan drone company. So it's a Brazilian-born brand, but it's a global brand now, because of which Abu Dhabi, in UAE, Saudi Arabia, and Dubai are all building their drone airport as we speak. So that's to tell you what's going to happen next. Dubai has launched its airport air taxi program. Details on that when I tell you about the Desert Pearl. So in the future, if you are going to Dubai, you're going to have 2 choices. Are you going to Dubai or you're going to Dubai Desert Pearl? If you choose Dubai Desert Pearl, that means once you alert at the international airport, you have an airport taxi, an air taxi. Taxi that will be flying in the air. That will take you from the airport, then take you to the Desert Pearl. The Desert Pear is the 5th iconic project for the whole of the government of the UAE. And guess what? It's been tokenized on our blockchain. And access to it is only through Safir. You think about that. So we're already disrupting real estate with 2 companies. The one I just told you, Desert Pear, and the one in Austria, Isido. Then the EVU I told you about this is owned by Evinox, so they're in the same line of business, aviation. Then Decentraland, those who want to know everything about the blockchain, how it works, how it operates, from an academic perspective, from a practical perspective as well. You are given this opportunity to tokenize on our blockchain. It's like a tokenized university for the blockchain. So you do yourself a lot of good to go there. Please screenshot the website so that you can confirm for yourself. So as you do this, if you decide to now expand the business, tell your friends what is called relationship marketing, which is what Genius investors do. Apart from being investors, we're also relationship marketers, helping to educate the public, those who don't understand where the world is headed, to know about it early so that they can take advantage of, they can take a vantage position. According to this gentleman that owns Microsoft, he was asked in an interview, what was the best way to be wealthy today by legal and credible means? He said the best way is to study, research, discover where the world is headed to, definitely. Make sure you're there early and take a vantage position. Now, the laws of demand and supply will work in your favor when the whole world awakens to the new direction. So what have we done at Genius Investor? We've done the research for you. We've discovered the place, discovered the company that is going to be number 1, supported by government, backed by law, backed by a standalone regulatory authority. And then we'll do the explanation that will make sense. We have our own YouTube channel. We have resource persons who are almost 24 hours available to make everything easy for you. So what are the benefits? All your own now is that you need to make up your mind. Decide to be a promoter. Decide to be a relationship marketer. How do you go about that? There are 3 books I will recommend at the end of this presentation. But the benefit first, because if the benefit doesn't make sense, the effort will not be, the motivation will not be there. So benefits are 8 ways of benefiting from this endeavor. 8 ways. 4, you have to be active. 4 doesn't require you to be active. So the first of the 4 is uni-level. Uni-level means different levels of compensation. Okay? Just like if you're in a family, your first level is your immediate children. Your second level are your children's children. Your third level are your children's children, great-grandchildren, right? And so in our compensation, it is like that as well. The first line of compensation is 10%. The second generation is 6%. The third generation is 3%. The fourth generation is 4%. But it trickles down up to 15%. So what that means, I will show you in the next presentation. Next slide. What that means clearly is this. Imagine that you are this lady whose face you're seeing here, and you understand what I understand. You partner with Genius investors who are also partnering with Safir. And so you talk to your friends to come to our presentation, or you host a private presentation. One of our resource persons could help you with the explanation that will make sense, or invite them to our YouTube channel, depending on how smart they are. But one of the best things you can do is to call them first to a private Zoom meeting. And so this could have been people that are in your office, former colleagues and present colleagues, people you went to school with, university, secondary school, primary school, people in your place of worship, people in your neighborhood, people in your social media handles and what have you. You just sort them out. You don't decide for people, but once you show them a good thing, most people will investigate it first. And a good thing sells itself and they will come in. So if you use your referral link, what is a referral link? Referral link is what you generate from your backend after you click to be a promoter. Remember, being a promoter is optional. I repeat, being a promoter, an influencer, a relationship marketer, whatever one you call it, is optional. And so there's a button at your menu, the 3rd or the 4th button, when you just sign in newly. So you click on that button to upgrade your registration to become a promoter. Thereafter, you get a referral link. And you find your referral link on your dashboard below where your Zenith minting, bar is, where the coins, Zenith and Tupan, has been minted for you, where it is displayed. Directly below it, you copy your referral link. So when you show this your friends the business through a business launch, the one what I call a business launch is a gathering of your friends, either an online gathering or an offline gathering, and you invite someone to do the presentation on your behalf. But before then, you will have invited them that something good is happening. So to cut a long story short, maybe this lady joined from Kenya, this one joined from Ghana, this one joined from Katsina, this one joined from Port Harcourt, Maybe another one joined from Enugu or Lagos or what have you. You see, what is important is that the same referral link, the exact same referral link, only one, you send to multiple persons via your WhatsApp or email or text message. They click on it and join. That is a very important information. You must click on your referral link and then join. So once they've joined and do their KYC, after joining, you fill a form, they do email confirmation and what have you. Then to ensure that the position is locked, the person has to do a KYC. KYC is know your customer. How do you do that? You use your driver's license, international passport, or your national identification number, NIN. The number alone is what is required. Your picture is not required. The picture of the card is not required. It's just the number. Whether it has expiry date or not, two provisions are allowed. So once you do that, then it's time now to ask these people to purchase a product from Safir shop. Remember the back end, once you have a back end, all the basic information you need is displayed at the back end. So even if people have not joined, encourage them to just click the referral link so that they will have access to have the information at the back end directly. Whether they decide to buy product or not, that is not their decision. That's a good first step. First step to get people to have indirect information from the back end. Even though most of them will not be able to interpret the information, but at least they'll be able to see that this is a real, genuine project. They will see our desert pearl, they will see VU, they will see Evinok, and they will read a little of all of this, and then they will make a choice. So once they make a choice, if they are these first generation people, you get 10% of their investment. This 10% is coming from the reserve of Safir. Remember, Safir has marketing budget. The 10% is not coming from the money they use in purchasing the product. No. Whatever they purchase at the back end is co-ownership of the company that is offering that particular service. Remember. And so once that purchase is made, for getting them an investment customer, you have done some marketing. So there's a marketing bonus. So that bonus is coming from another budget that Safir already has. That money should have been spent on CNN, should have been spent on Al Jazeera, should have been spent on social media influencers, but no. In our own business model, it is spent on an existing investor who did the work of explaining this complex mathematical design called tokenization in such a way that they got a result. Are you with me? And this is the reason Genius Investors was born, so that we help you in that endeavor. So once your first generation come, anytime T Moment M, they make a repeat purchase, you get 10%. That's how big it is. Anytime T for life, they make an additional purchase. Any of the products within the Safir shop, once the purchase is made, within 5 seconds, you get 10% of your own marketing bonus. Then supposing some of them decide to do what you have done, also build team. Remember, not everybody will build team. If the people you brought in decide to bring in their own persons, you get 6% from this second generation. And if it's repeated to third generation, you get 5%. Remember, this percentage only applies when a purchase is made or another purchase is repeatedly made. Anytime, any second, any day. So imagine that for 5 years. Imagine that for 10 years. This is the reason we tell everybody that cares to hear that. It's better you get people in. Whether they have made a purchase now or not, let them come in, put them into a group that will be giving them information. Once they come in, a good thing will sell itself and they will make a repeat purchase. You don't get rich by the first purchase. No. Ask any business person. What makes people rich in a business is repeat purchase. Repeat purchase. So you have to set up the lines properly, then move them to the next stage of repeat purchase. And luckily for us, we always have projects on our blockchain. Today we were talking about desert pearl. Tomorrow we might talk about something else. Next tomorrow we're talking about Evinok and what have you. So people have choice. So that's compensation 1, unit level. And you can build a community globally. Remember, this business is borderless. So you can sign up people anywhere, any country. We have almost 200 countries in the world. So that's your cup of tea. Remember, once you sign somebody once, the person stays with you for life. Repeat purchase means that anytime T Moment M, the same day or a day thereafter, a minute, anytime a new purchase is made, these percentages apply up to 15 generations. Then number 2, performance benefits. Like the name says that, remember there are 8 benefits. If you decide to build team, there are 8 what benefits. I've just explained one. The second one is called performance benefit. What does it mean? It means that you can decide to build this business as a career. So who decides what the ranks are? Safir. So Safir has created some ranks, hoping that you hit the ranks. and then you gain the benefits attached to these ranks. So benefit one, you can see. Can you see where my cursor is? You can see the second one. The first one is that you come in, you didn't buy any product. Second level, you now decide to buy 100 euro, which is the minimum or above. Okay, so you get this benefit. The third one is if you and your team, if you are already started building team, collectively buy up to 1,500 euro. You can buy this alone, you can buy it in collaboration with your team. You see that you're earning, you can now earn up to 2 levels. 2 levels means 2 generations. First generation, then up to the second generation. And you get a gift of 15 euro. You can see the third one called Pro. Can't you see? The Pro still gives you extra benefits. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right, you can see this wasn't there before, but part of improving of the compensation plan, this was brought in. Here, you can see that you need to build a team performance of 5,000 euro. And you'll have registered up to 4 people, 4 lines, in your business. So register 4 lines, 4 customers as it were investors. Then together by all of you put together by 5,000 euro. That will give you 75 euro career benefits. Okay, and qualify you to earn 1 star. I'll be explaining what your 1 star means later. So these are just like pre-nursery. So the nursery, gets into the nursery school, which is like Ruby. Okay, to qualify as Ruby means that you've entered the rednecks. You can see there's a red here. The military, there's people they call rednecks. The lizard industry, so the lizard they call redneck. Okay, so here the value increases. From the last one you got was 75 euro. Here is 300 euro, but you will have expanded your front line to up to 7 persons, and together you would have doubled what you did earlier. You did 5,000 earlier. If you do another 5,000 plus initial 5,000, you get 10. That's Ruby. Then double Ruby, instead of having 7 people on your front line for Ruby, you increase it by additional 5 plus the earlier 7. That's 12. Okay. So then you double the volume. You and your team, not you alone. You and your team increase the volume from 10,000, add additional 10 plus initial 10, total 20. That will give you a new title called Double Ruby and will qualify you for 600 euro. Remember, all these values I'm calling, all the career ranks, the benefit for the ranks, are cumulative. What that means is that you will have gotten 15 euro here, if you remember, plus 75 euro here, if you remember, plus 300 euro here, plus 600 euro here. Guess what? If you do all of this in one day, you get everything. They don't jump. Everything will hit on your dashboard. If you do them in 1 week, in 1 month, in 1 year, whatever, you don't miss any benefits. I've done it, so it's sweet when this money hits you. Because remember, you're also getting the uni level 1, the first benefit I told you. This one is extra if you decide. It's a big if you decide to build it how Safir wants it built. So you're a career Safir ranking member. That's what it means. Then Safir is a higher rank that gives you 3,000 euro. Okay, if you notice, you are no longer building laterally again, because the same 12 people use for double Ruby is enough for the Safir Ruby. 12, that's the minimum. Nobody says you should do only the minimum. Me, I didn't do the minimum, but it's the minimum that is required. And this number of people, for them to count as lines, must have done minimum 100 euro worth of investment. I mean, these people on your front line, for their front line to count as a line, they should have done minimum 100 euro worth of what? Investment. And of course, only 100 euro cannot give you the total value here, 100,000. It means that's just the minimum. So they and their team plus you do 100,000. Remember, the last one was 20,000. So from 20,000 to 100,000, you can see you need to work with your team here. You can't do it alone. Okay, because there's a rule here called 40% rule. This rule says that any volume you want to get, let's say you want to become Safir. What does it mean to be Safir? You'll have raised 100,000 euro. So in raising this 100,000 euro, you need to raise it from at least 3 lines. So 1 line cannot give you more than 40% of this 100,000 euro. Yes, any balance from that line, we wait for the next rank, which is double Safir. But for the purpose of Safir, only 40% can come from 1 line, in pursuance to this 100,000 that will qualify you as Safir. So what that means that you have to get another 40% from another line, which is the second line. Then minimum 20 from a third line. Or decide to get many lines and get 10%, 20%, 30%. So long as each line does not cross, does not contribute more than 40% of the required volume. In this case, that will make you Safir, in this case, 100,000. So anything more than that will still count for you, but not Sapphire. It will just be kept in escrow. When you cross Sapphire, the next rank, all those volumes that didn't count will now count for the next higher rank. So you don't miss anything, you don't lose anything, just keep working. But remember, there's this rule called the 40% rule. If you're watching this for the first time, please write this down. Make sure you understand this rule because it's a rule that applies as far as you want to rank. You cannot ignore this rule. It's programmed inside the software. So you see some people have one line that has done 100,000. And the other lines have not done much. And they are still just Ruby. Some are not even qualified as Ruby. It's because of this 40% rule. They don't want you to focus all the volume on one line. No. Spread it. Spread it. Yes, because remember, it's team building. Good. So if you understand that, then that's one of the technical rules why some people will see high volume, but they don't have rank. It's because they've not obeyed this 40% rule. So for details, always call our resource persons who will tell you what to do specifically if you're having this challenge of ranking, but you have volume. How come I have 150,000 total volume, but I'm still just Ruby or I'm still double Ruby when I should be Sapphire? Chances are you've not balanced your leg very well. So, but you'll not lose the volume anyway. Remember, you've been paid uni level on it, or haven't you? So this one is another one, which is the one that Sapphire wants to give you. So they force you to build the team the way they want it built, because that is the money is coming extra from them, right? Okay, so that's the same thing. The same rules apply. You can see the volume keeps increasing because your team is bigger. Hopefully, you have more people building team in your team. You're building teams in your business team, or you are smart enough to, even though not all of them are building team, but you create a lot of lines so that the volumes come from different angles. It doesn't affect your ranking. So you rank with ease. And remember, all this money below are once off. Once off. It's like, thank you for qualifying this rank. This money is given to you. And then this money currently is converted to SGI token. I'll talk about that later. So see, this is the value. This is the reason you want to consider building team. The money makes a lot of sense. And you can decide to do this in 1 month and clear all of this. You can decide to do it in 2 months and clear all of this. Anytime you do it, even if it takes you 1 year or 2 years or 10 years, that is your choice. But this is a given once you hit the rank. So yours truly have an opportunity to go through all these levels. Okay, it was very sweet. While I'm getting uni level, I'm still getting all of this combined. And I encourage everybody to take a serious look at this and ask yourself, why not? Okay, so apart from this one, which is the beginning, the second career level, double diamond, triple diamond, you can see the money. Doesn't it make sense? Okay, so this money can buy you a luxury apartment or a villa in one of the choice places. Like this 500,000 can get you a life, mouth-watering villa anywhere in the world. And one of the best cars you can ever drive anywhere in the world. This 500,000 euro can get you. Not to talk of be like Askia, my friend, and our leader in the business, who just qualified double gold in 1 year, sorry, in 2 years and a few months. And he has earned all of this. Just keep counting all of this money you are seeing there. This is euro. He has earned this and then add to this. So if you add all of them, you're probably talking about 6 to 7 million. All right? Somewhere between 6 and 7 million euro, because 1 plus this is already 3.5. Plus is already 4. So from here to here is already 4 million. So what about this? Okay, the whole of this can be 1 million. Plus the uni level. Remember, we've not even counted the uni level because that one is like your pocket money. So it makes a whole lot of sense. Okay, so here we have another benefit called performance benefits. So this one requires that you are active. Active, what does active mean? Active means that every month, make sure you do minimum 1% of your cumulative volume up to the last month. Every new month, ask yourself, what's your cumulative volume up to the last month? If it is 10,000, then 1% is 1,000. Sorry, no, 1% of 10,000 is 100 euro. If it is 200,000, or let's say if it's 100,000 that you've done, your cumulative up to last month, 1% of that, therefore, will be 1,000, right? So make sure, and remember, this volume, this 1% I'm talking about is your team total loads, not only you. Good. Then you now, from Sapphire and above, from what? Sapphire and above, you still have to do 100 euro. You or the person you registered in your first generation, anywhere, whether old registration or new registration, must do 100 euro. in addition to the 1%. So 2 conditions for being active. 1, if you are not up to Sapphire, you just need to do 1% of your volume. But if you're Sapphire and above, then there is an additional responsibility to do 100 euro, you or any person in your front line, do 100 euro in addition to the 1%. So that will give you the edge to share in this 2% performance pool. Sapphire will sell products, and 10% of their profit will be set aside. 2% of that money will be used to share to these people that I'm telling you about. But to participate, you have to be less than between Pro and Black Sapphire. Between Pro and Black Sapphire, you share in this one. Remember, for every rank you get in Sapphire, this star, the star that goes with the rank, ensures that you share in the profit. It's 2% every month, called performance pool. So the person that has 1 star will take 1 share. Person that has 2 stars will take 2 shares. Person that has 4 stars will take 4. Person that has 80, take 80 shares, which is the Black Sapphire. So it's fair, isn't it? Okay. So you need to know about that. Then in addition, 1 moment, please. In addition, we have more benefits. I've just mentioned 3. So let's go to the 4th one. Gold Diamond Incentive. Gold Diamond Incentive is a reason you want to become Sapphire. Anybody joining this business now, one of the targets you should have from day one, if you want to build team, is an if, based on advice and based on the benefits, is to become a Sapphire. It doesn't matter whether you do it in 40 days or you do it in 1 week or you do it in 6 months or you do it in 1 year. It doesn't matter. Even if you do it in 2 years, it doesn't matter. But what is important is that you hit the Sapphire rank. Why? There's a new incentive for Sapphires. You'll be invited for a 2-day trip in Dubai, all expense paid by the company. They will take care of the hotel, the feeding, and give you 500 euro, subsidy for transportation. Then when you stay in the hotel and the training you're going to get at the Sapphire head office, to make your head spin 360 degrees. I've experienced it and I asked myself, come, is that how I would just stay in this world and I would have died without even knowing what is going on? You just come from one part of the world, you don't know what is happening to the other side of the world. You start seeing human beings and ask, is it the same brain I have that these people have? Is it the same book I read that these people are reading? Then you'll be challenged to do more. So, and then guess what? The 2 days training will be done by people who are diamonds, high-ranking members of this community, people who are millionaires. Ask yourself this question. When you tell yourself you want to become a millionaire, who do you learn from? Somebody who is a millionaire already or somebody who is not? Question. I guess your answer would be somebody who's already a millionaire because you can't give what you don't have. So how many millionaires do you know in dollars or pounds or euro moving around the street who waste their time to come and teach you how they became millionaires for free? Think about it. How many? Even in Nigeria, we'll be talking Dangote. Has he ever sat down to tell us the secret of how he was selling cement and how he converted the loans, how he's getting waiver from government and all that makes him sustainably staying on the Forbes list for many years? I mean, Aliko Dangote of Nigeria. So it is only in our business that an opportunity like this exists, whereby somebody has made it. He will not tell you, come, let me, let me show you how to get. So remember, all the benefits are running concurrently. There are 8, and you can get all of the 8. So by all means, become a Sapphire. Whether you did it in 40 days or not, you still qualify for this trip. Okay. Then profit share. I told you about profit share, right? When you qualify for this money, remember I told you about these career ranks. Before they used to give you the money, but now it's been converted to the token called SGI token. SGI stands for Sapphire Group International. It is a tokenized company that is now Safir. Safir is #1 in tokenization in the world. So they've tokenized themselves. So the only way you can get to the shareholding co-ownership is by qualifying for rank. So when you get any of these ranks, it's converted to SGI at the rate of 500 euro per SGI. So let's assume you qualify to the double ruby, 600 euro. That will be 1.2 SGI token. So what's the importance of SGI token? It can rise in value. It gives co-ownership status. It pays you dividend. I repeat, it can rise in value, gives you co-ownership status, and pays you dividend every month for life, and is inheritable by your next of kin. So imagine that you have all this. The more you have, the more ranks you hit, the more SGI you get, the more dividend you get. Please see where my cursor is, because if we don't see this, we're not motivated. Some of us have already seen a lot of this, or have already chopped this. So you need to ask yourself, the people that are here, do they have two heads? It's not the same business, just expanding it. There are more products to sell. Now we're selling dessert pill, 10 billion euro worth of business. And you can buy as much as you can encourage others to buy. So that means more SGI, more volume, more SGI, more dividend, more monthly chopping, less stress, and what have you. So once you have the SGI, what next? How is it funded? What is the number saying? SGI gives monthly dividends. If you sell it, the person who bought it will not be the one to be getting the monthly dividend, because 25% of Safire's monthly profit, please underline the words, Safir Group International, all the things they've been selling all over the world, their monthly profit every month, 25%, we used to pay dividend to people who own SGI. At the same, those who have 5, the dividend declared per share will be times 5 to those people. Those who have 1, dividend per share times 1. Those who have 100, dividend per share times 100. And those who want to sell, the company has another account, 5% of their annual profit, monthly profit, is kept aside in a wallet that will buy from you if you want to sell your SGI. So you can see how serious it is, isn't it? And then they pay dividend 3 times. The first one was 81 euro, the second one 71 euro, the third one, I forgot, was it 54 or 64 euro? Remember, we're in a summer period. Abroad, there's something they call summer. People are usually on vacation. So sales are usually affected when people are chillaxing. So once sales recover again, as we enter September and October, you see that the dividend will now rise more because we're selling more things, aren't we? And we're becoming more recognized. Government people now, government is selling land to us, tokenized land. All the real estate, all the hotel brands in the world will be buying dessert pearl. So you can see that the SGI, there'll be more profit and therefore there'll be more to share. So how many SGI tokens do you have? So that when they multiply it by the 51 euro or 100 euro, that will be the dividend for next month or for October. How much of it will enter your pocket? Remember, this is every month. Every month. Every 30 days. It's like salary for those who are working. You qualify it once, you earn the benefit for life. No compensation plan. I've been in this industry. This is my 14th year to 2010 now, 13 or 14 years. I've not seen where a company says you qualify for their profit share once, but they will pay you dividend every month, whether you go to work or not, for life. This is the first time I'm seeing that. And remember, we're in a technology business, we're not in a, it's not a wannabe, it's not beans. It's not for everybody, it's for those who can understand who can see the future and grab it now. So let's assume you have your SGI. So what do you do with it? You have 3 options. You can sell it if you want, in exchange for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Zenith Coin, Evinoc, anyone you want, USD, US dollars, or whatever you call USDT. It's your choice, actually. But you can decide to keep it and earn dividend for life, every month dividend for life. There was one of my friends who's about hitting a double white diamond. He's been calculating how he uses 500,000 euro rank bonus to buy a house in Dubai. He's from Pakistan, so he wanted to move to Dubai. So I told him, no, he doesn't need to do that. Now that there's the SGI. You should hold the SGI, and the dividend that will be coming is what will be used to be paying for the house gradually. Before you know, you have the house and still have the SGI. The guy took me out for dinner after understanding what I've said. So you can solve all your problems using the SGI if you have enough quantity of it, instead of selling the SGI. Remember, the SGI is still there. You'll be increasing in value with time. And anytime you still decide, you can still sell it if you wish, or part of it. So it makes sense to keep it so that every month you make money for life as you join Safir to become number 1. Okay, so then the other ones now are for higher rank people, for diamonds. There's a company called Tupan Drone. Tupan Drone says from their own profit, from their own business profit, they are going to share money to diamonds and above. They'll bring 9% of their monthly profit and share it. Diamonds only will take 3%. White diamonds and above, these are people who have done 10 million euro and above. They are called white diamonds. 10 million euro worth of business for their team. They plus their team, they're called double white diamonds. Those ones will share extra 3%. Remember, they'll first of all share the initial 3% for only diamonds. Diamonds are people who have done 1 million euro, and above, but not up to 10. million euro yet. So these people who have done 10 million euro and above will share in this 3%, share in their own 3% exclusive. Then there's another group of guys who have done 25 million euro and above. They will share an extra 3. So if you've done 25 million euro and above worth of team business, you share in the entire 9%. If you've done only 10 and you've not done up to 25, you share in 6. If you've done only 1 million euro, you've not done up to 10, you share in 3. Remember, there's nothing, you don't need to qualify for anything, just become a diamond. This is extra chopping from you. This is a gift from £2 drone. It's only a rich company that can do this. Remember, it doesn't matter whether you sell £2 drone or not. You can even sell only desert pair. You can sell only CD. You can sell only Evinok, VU, and qualify as diamond. They will still give you part of the money. That's how generous these guys are. And that means they are very rich. So ask yourself, which company will share money for you just for being in the same ecosystem with them? £2 drone is doing it, but you have to be a diamond to enjoy it. I've been enjoying it and it makes a whole lot of sense. But remember, this one requires that you have to be active. And I've told you what active is, isn't it? It's not difficult. 1%, 100 euro, if you remember. 1% of your last cumulative volume for the last month. Okay, so the next thing is Diamond Infinity benefits. There are more benefits for diamonds. Obviously, when you get to diamond, that's why you are giving the Go Diamond training when you qualify as Safir. All these details will be explained to you. Okay, so let me not go there until you qualify as Safir. Go for the Go Diamond training. But just know that it's extra money, up to 14% extra money of your team total. Yes, up to 14%. You got me right, of your team total. If you have other diamonds in your team, then you minus their own percentage from the 14. That's what this is all about. So don't bother. Once you qualify as diamond, we do this training. It's very practical. So the numbers are very clear as well. But once you get there, that will not be qualified for the diamonds training. Then the one that concerns every new person who is entering your team live is that they should go they should go Sapphire in 40 days. So they get double portion. Remember, there's the first portion, which I explained earlier. Then they multiply it times 2 if you did it in 40 days. The benefit is there as a given, but it will be multiplied times 2 if you did it in 40 days. So all those who are interested in doing it in 40 days, they can indicate once they come into the business so that we do a special training for them. So that's it. What are you buying? Different packages are still running on promo, plus our desert pearl. So this is the time to be the master of your own finances again. The opportunity exists. Do not miss it. Okay, so contact the person who invited you or send us, a chat or a comment or an email. If you watch this on YouTube, we'll be glad to respond to you. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. It's time now to open the house. I promise you 3 books. These are the books. Please screenshot them. They are all available online for free. GoPro by Eric Warren, Building Your Network Marketing Business by Jim Rohn, and The Business of the 21st Century by Robert Kiyosaki. It will do you a lot of good so that you see that fortune is indeed calling on you if you participate in this industry. So on behalf of Genius Investors, I thank you for spending time with us and trust that you act in your best interest. Okay, over to you, our coordinator.
Okay, thank you, Coach Lorenzo, for sharing your experience and also how we can benefit a lot from the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we get to answer your questions. You can unmute if you want to talk, or you can post it on the chat box. So while we wait for your questions, I'll share my experience. So, I started this business with Sapphire sometime in 2021, and I started as an investor. And of course, I had my tokens minting for me every single day. Up to this moment. However, I was a little bit testing the business parts, building teams with Sapphire. And so when I made my first associate, built my first associate, I received the uni-level benefits, and it was nice. I could either cash out the money or I could reinvest it. And once I started making friends, showing them the opportunities, sharing with them the potential of Sapphire, then that uni-level benefit started increasing. And it got up to a point where I started growing up in ranks. And of course, growing up in ranks, just like our presenter explained, comes with extra benefits where you get to receive dividends every single month. That is with the SGI token. He has explained that having that SGI token is just like if you're a 9 to 5 person earning a salary. Remember the advantages to this. So you're not only just earning the tokens, you're building relationships, you're networking with people, and you're sharing something positive, something that can change their life. So that it's all positives in deciding to go professional with Sapphire and building your business. Right. So that's how it has been for me. That's a very, very wonderful journey. And I keep on spreading this to friends, spreading this to associates who decide to join Sapphire, first as investors and then showing them the opportunity where they can be business leaders, global business leaders with Sapphire. So far, so good, Coach Lorenzo. So we have a comment from Madam Bemi, and she thanks you for making this presentation as simple, and she's fired up to expand her team building capability. So I think probably we can Madam Bemi can ask, we can get you soft copies of the book, the 3 books recommended, so that you can have them at the go. It's good. I've read the 3 of the books, and I'm constantly reading the books because, again, those books, the audio tapes expand my view on how to build relationship with people and also show them how you can grow with them. Everyone is looking for a fantastic opportunity. Everyone is looking for something legal and credible. All you need is just a little bit of knowledge yourself, and a little bit of building those personal skills that can enable you interact with anybody, wherever it is you find yourself. These 3 books, I can testify, has done that for me. Okay, Coach Lorenzo, no further comments. Investors in the house, it's an opportunity for us to share our sessions. Coach Suleiman, are you there? 1 minute of your experience. Madam Bemi, we want to hear your voice. Something for the house. How it has been for you?
Coach Itwed, it's always nice to listen to you. Thank you very much. Just enjoying myself here. It's raining cats and dogs, so I'm trying not to touch the system, otherwise the network keeps shifting. But I'm enjoying myself on this night out with Coach Lorenzo and you guys. You're doing wonderful work. Someday we begin to see the effort that we are also making. It's been interesting so far. Like you said, the books would help to expand our horizon concerning how it is we invite. I'm going to have a little more time to myself that I can really delve to all these books. And I won't mind them. Presently I do not have the 3rd one. What is it now? I have GoPro.
That's of the 21st century.
Yes, that's the one I do not have. Thank you, Coach. Nice to see you.
Yeah, same
Good
here.
job.
You're welcome.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Madam Bemi. Coach Suleiman, Coach Christy, a word? Okay, probably they haven't. So, once again, this is available for us, a recorded version, and for you, if you want to share with your friends and get to listen to it over and over again. Like I tell you, it starts with the decision, the step for you to go professional. It starts with the step for you to want to build this business intentionally, because it's very, very, very rewarding. You can listen to this recorded version again, ask from your host, ask for the link, and it will be shared with you. We also have expanded sessions of our Juniors Investors Awareness Program. We also have the next one Thursday, where we get to explain to you what the ecosystem is and how it is giving us that opportunity for us to earn passive income. And then Saturday, we also have an opportunity where we expand the business and show you opportunities that have been born through the introduction of this Zenic Sapphire ecosystem. So you may want to key in with us on Thursday and Saturday. Ask your host for the link and make sure you join. 8 p.m. is our time. The room will be open 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes before that time. So Coach Lorenzo, and thanks once again for having us around and sharing your perspective. Coach Christy, Coach Suleiman, Madam Bemi, it's always good to have us here again. And to those who are going to watch this link later on, we wish you the best of luck in making your decision. But do not waste time in making those decisions because the opportunity is here, is now. Thank you very much. My name is Ituen, hosting this from the beautiful city of Port Harcourt. It's bye for now. Bye.
Bye-bye. Good night. And thank you for your company.